Hey, 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 I am the Queen,
Jazz, man.
and we're the Naked Truth. So we're going to jump right in, y'all. So the topic for today is, where does a parent's responsibility end with their kids? Now, this ain't age specific. We talking in general. So we're going to let Mr. Jasmine jump in, and I'm going to go from there. All right, what you got, Mr. Jasmine?
Okay, yeah, everybody have their opinion, I'm sure, that for your kids, of course, this is mine, and this is the way I believe, and a couple other people believe that way that I have talked to throughout my years and dealing with different people, but responsibility for your kids, none of us has to be in this world. But the way I do it, you always have a certain responsibility to your kids, no matter how wealthy they are or how poor they are. To me, the responsibility stop when they stop doing something for themselves. As long as they doing something for themselves, because we all gonna make mistakes. As long as they doing something for themselves, and it's not like a weight around you dragging you down with them, then you should be there for them. And like I said, the way I believe, I'm a little bit hard on my sons than my daughters.
To a certain degree.
And
the standard's still high.
Yeah, but I had a son. He lived with me a short time, and I was getting himself together, and I had a talk with him, and like I told him, a female can't live on the street. Some do, but if in my family, female can't live on the street. Mm-hmm. A man can live on the street. He can survive. Mm-hmm. That's what I believe. God created man for
it'll be harder to be great in taking advantage of versus a female.
So, but for daughters, your daughters, long as they not on drugs and not doing whatever, they should always be able to come back for a short time.
Quick fix.
And but now on the street, no. My sons, hey, just to be honest, it's plenty old.
There's always some woman like
There's always some woman out there, no matter you're working, you ain't working, willing to take you in. That's one reason why I said a man can always find somewhere. But a female, because of dangers, they can't be on the street like that. And so, like I told my wife, for my daughter, the door always gonna be open, long as there's not no chaos or mayhem involved, because they can't be on those streets. Now my sons, they got a short clock. That's how I am. I have never ever lived with a woman in my life. And I don't believe in that. You live with me. But me, I have never. Nobody can tell you I live with a woman. My name is gonna be on that paperwork. Not that I have trust issues.
Right.
But I'm from old school.
It's just your norm.
I had two good grandfathers, and they took care of business. And I just not one that believe in shacking. Never have shacking up with no woman. We gonna get some. We gonna get it together. But anyway, that's another topic for us. Like I say, responsibility. As a parent, you always gonna have responsibility to your kids to a certain degree. As long as they trying, that's fine. Now, if they out there doing things they should be doing, making mistakes over and over, and they got that weight, and they want you to carry and drag you down after you don't work your hardest, no. That's no. But long story short, you always have responsibility for them. And like I said, me, myself, I expect my sons to get out there and be like me. Get your own. I told them that. And right now, but I put it this way, the majority of them has got their own place with their own name on it. I put it that way. but none is a burden to me. So, but like I say, you handle it
All
however
of
you
work in
want to.
progress. We
And but yeah, you always have responsibility for them. You know, you can.
Oh goodness gracious. You know, I'd say a lot, you know, is situational and whatnot. I'll say this, the love is always gonna be unconditional in that love. And you gonna have, like what my dad said, you gonna have emotional support, like you gonna have some form of support regardless. But some stuff is, cause I am my dad's daughter with this, some stuff is conditional. When it comes in the situation or works in, when it comes to my finances and stuff like that. So obviously if you are trying and all that, I'm gonna go 150. I'm gonna give you my last this and that. Now I only got one and that's my daughter. If she's married, she has a husband and he's not stepping up. I ain't said can't. He's not stepping up. He's not, you know, supporting, and this ain't no seasonal thing. I'm saying he just don't want to, you know, help in no way, shape, form, or fashion. She's always welcome to come home, but not them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's where kind of it just all depends. But my door is always going to be open. That's why I always want to take in effect, you know, take an application now for a husband. When I do get married again, it's already going to be understood that, you know, I only got one daughter and that's my daughter. You know, you have some dynamics that are set up differently where, you know, some people feel like at a certain age it's a cutoff or depending on something they might have done when they was younger or whatnot, they like, hey, that's it, their relationship is done. So, you know, everybody has their own normals and different things. This is my naked truth. It's nothing that my daughter can do in this world that's going to make me not want, you know, to love her and all that, provide some form of emotional support. You know, I don't care what season she in, if she ever get on drugs or whatever, I'm going to support her, but just the financial aspect is kind of off the table. The putting my home out there and you in here pulling stuff out, going to pawn it, that kind of stuff is off the table. But the love will always be there conditional. I'm always speak life. I'm always encourage her to be and do her best, you know, despite what season she in. So that's kind of my thing with it. You know, it's a lot of examples we can use. There's a lot going on with some of the people, even with the Olympics. You know, you got family members come after the fact and they like, hey, you know, this person ain't reaching out or this and that. So it don't just work the way of like the parents of the child get, you know, the child also, you know, has to recognize the, you know, the mother and father, the sister, the brothers, all this kind of stuff. But these are all like two-way streets. So y'all know me, I'm big on this 988 mental health for wellness and all that. So you, even with, you can love and love is free, you know, but just the other stuff is where, you know, you have to kind of factor in and you have to be whole one way or the other. So, you know, I'm not going to say what a parent and or a child should do in reference to that relationship. And like my dad say, children that asked to be here. But at the same point, I think as a parent, for me, I'm going to always push to have the best relationship I can have with my daughter, even if she's not exactly what or how I want her to be. It's just, as far as, like I said, the financial side, that's going to be the make and break, me throwing myself out there to be set on fire for, you know, consistent, reckless choices.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't saying I'm going to support her long as she doing what I want, but as long as she trying the effort, I got, like, my door is open. I ain't putting no cutoff on how long she can be there, this and that. I need her to do progress. My daughter, she's a young adult. She's in college. She want to be on campus. We tried it. It didn't work for her. Cool. My door is open.
Right.
So when I get married or whatnot, if she's still in school, I have her at work, there'll be a conversation, but it's always on the table. It's never, okay, she got to get out because she gets age. It depends on what her situation is and her circumstances. But if I had a son, I'm kind of with my dad on that. It's certain because a female and a male is different.
Yeah.
They move around and navigate in the world a little bit different. And I would have to help set my son up a certain way to be prepared for a woman.
And yeah, most men don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
luggage.
Yeah.
Because females, they bring kids home.
It's
And most men, unfortunately, it's trifling, a lot of them. So there's no reason for them not going on and pack that Walmart bag and get the stuff.
Oh, boy,
But,
baby.
your daughters with kids, they can't be on no street. No, that's a no-no, but now different what you said. Yeah, I mean, I got a time, man. 2, 3, 4 years down.
Well, I was saying like
We ain't Chinese
situational.
piled up in no house.
Well, and so along those lines, it was this guy that I used to speak with years ago, and he lives in Bahrain. Well, he did then. I don't know if he lived. I don't know what's going on now. This is like 6, 7 years ago. But he was saying they family dynamics over there is they buy a huge property and they set up like a hotel, right? And but they have the way it's broken down. They have common quarters where the different family cousins
It's
all
that
of
way in the
them.
Middle East.
Yeah,
It is.
and then other than that, it's still like on their property is their home.
Right.
But they have one rent and they break it up all these different ways. So they can be baller when they want and don't when they don't.
Well,
So even though they close, they ain't that close.
Yeah, but Americans, especially us, you know what I mean by us?
Yeah,
We all, we love and hate, but all of us, we can't live in the same house. We can't live in I don't think some people live in a motel together.
Like, I know, right? They can't even do the cruises, right?
Yeah.
Look, one of my sisters was telling me, I ain't gonna say her name because she's probably looking at this, but she was saying they was on a cruise and she was enjoying the experience of the cruise, and she was like, she noticed as they were, sightseeing and going to the different stuff on the boat, she looking at a lot of women, looking like they eyes puffed up, some was real emotional, men looking pissed because, they didn't work on stuff before they hit their trip.
Yeah.
And now insecurities or whatever coming up. And she was a little bit irritated because her husband enjoying, I could probably say it by saying that, but anyway, they enjoying their experience and all these other folks. So, I mean, but I was going to say Shanice and Flex.
Yeah.
Y'all know Shanice, I love, well, if you seasoned or you of a certain age, I love your smile. But Shanice and Flex, he was the Michael Jackson that everybody laughed at. He did the movie. He was the worst, but it was a good movie, but I don't know why they picked him for that, but he's a good actor. But they set up is like that. They have a big home and everybody got different areas, but they got I think the living room is the common area, the kitchen, and it's some other spot. Yeah. But they have their own little, it's them and their in-laws, and, they make it work. It ain't for everybody, but, I would consider with my daughter, her husband or whatever was open. But again, I understand that's not the norm, but, I mean, to each his own. But I think the universal thing is, I think we both can agree on is, unconditional love is just that. Right. It's just the situation and circumstances. Like at the end of the day, we all leave here alone. We come here alone, leave here alone. So, I mean, in a perfect world, I throw myself on a grenade for every little thing and catch every little blow to keep my daughter from experiencing life. But it's certain things in life, no parent, nobody else, even though you want to, that you can take on 100% to alleviate that for somebody, because you can do that. At a certain point, they're going to keep doing certain stuff. So with that being said, I get certain people, they like tough love, and you know what, this time, no, you can't come home. So it's one of them things, it's not a one shoe fits all kind of thing, but with all that being said, I want to push the 988, since we talking about the whole mental health and all of that. Definitely, want to push that out there for those who might need resources, whether it's family counseling, like individual counseling, suicidal kind of stuff, or just resources. You can call or text 988. You can go on the website, it's lifelineservices.org. And you can get, resources to local partners they may have. We always want to say this is all naked truth. We not saying this Bible. I hadn't went to school other than School of Life, and I grew up around a father who experienced life, and he gave me good information that a lot of people didn't have access to and still don't. So that's part of why we doing this. Because guess what? We ain't got all the answers, but I believe we got some. I think we all got a little something we can put something that can help somebody. So that's the whole goal, if nothing else. But I am Queenie the Queen.
And I'm Jazz, man.
We the Naked Truth. We have our Facebook page, which is the Naked Truth 101. We have the YouTube at the Naked Truth, Queenie and Jasmine. And then of course we have Instagram, which is the Naked_Truth_101. And until we meet again, y'all take care.
Okay.